Hello and welcome back to the WTF podcast. I'm the host, Austin Martin, and this is Oriella. It's December 31st, 2023, and we're in here shooting a podcast together. You kind of want to tell them what we're talking about today?
Yeah, I have something in my eye.
Oh, God. Maybe all that, eyeliner?
Yeah, it's probably the mascara. It's like falling into my eyes. So today we are going to be talking about 24 things, 12 from me, 12 from him, 24 things that we've learned in 2023 that we will be taking with us into 2024.
I love it.
Yes.
Kind of just tips of advice, nothing too serious, but just kind of things we learned throughout the year that, we want to continue carrying in and keep the energy rolling. And shit, I met you in 2023. It's not on my list, but that's continuing into 2024. I love you.
I know, I love you too. I was thinking, am I going to put that on my list of just being like...
That's a given. That'll be 25th.
I was like, he already knows.
Simping. Do you want to start it off with... We're going to do a whole jar and just pick like randomly, but I think...
we were kind of in a hurry. Shit was just going on today, so...
Yeah, it's in no particular order either. It's just...
No, whatever comes. I kind of wrote more than 12, so I'm just going to go with whatever floats my boat.
Always.
Oh my God, something's in my eye.
Well,
if I blink a bunch of times, it's probably just going to go away.
Yeah, I think you're just crying. Happy to see me.
I'm just so happy to see you.
I think starting it off, the first thing I learned in 2023, it's always something that, we do a lot because social media, you always compare yourself to other people. But I think one of the lessons I've learned was to really continue not to compare yourself to other people and just like we're on our own journey and we all have our own timeline. And jealousy and envy is a bitch. You see somebody else, achieving something, maybe one of your goals faster than you are, but it doesn't mean that we can't achieve that goal ourselves. We just have our own timeline to achieve things that we set out to do. So trust the process, and I feel like don't compare yourself to others.
Can you give a quick example? I feel like I have an example for you.
I know an example, but maybe somebody else's fitness goals, maybe they're more lean than you, maybe they're more jacked than you, maybe somebody's got a record that did better than your record, or they've made more milestones in their career and you're like, damn, that should be me. But it doesn't mean it can't be you. It's just you got to put in more work. But particularly,
and just trust the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep believing in yourself. I like that.
Yeah.
So what would you title that?
I would title it, don't compare yourself to others, and trust in your own path.
I like that.
Yeah.
Something that I learned this year is that you are safe to lead with love. A lot of times, so this, we go through so much trauma or we just go through so much stuff that just makes us hard-shelled and makes us feel like we have to protect ourselves with our ego and with anger and resentment, when in reality, I've learned that you are safe to lead with love. Love is the utmost powerful form of forgiveness, expression of just empathy, sympathy. It's filled with so much that allows you to still have a clear head. Having a clear head allows you to also be able to make decisions that are not only right for others, but also right for you.
So also like don't keep your guard up, like just lead with love. And
keep your guard up in regards to just not like just moving around.
Don't make assumptions though, like basically lead with love, lead with trust. Like don't like go in a relationship maybe like having insecurities or making assumptions and not trusting your partner, or like
no matter what, you cannot just get rid of your insecurities.
Yeah.
You will always have something that you're going to come into an experience with. So it's not like, and that experience is going to show you what you've had before that is opportunity to elevate and grow from. What I'm saying is, I've had things happen in my family or just with people who are close to me where repetitive things have happened and I've grown resentful towards the situation because it felt like nothing was changing. And what I've learned was nothing's going to change on the outside until you change what's going on the inside. And what changed on the inside for me was love, was changing that resentment and that aggression and that combativeness to being able to accept that person for who they are, despite me believing in what they're doing or despite me agreeing with them. I have love in my heart that allows me to still be able to be like, I see you and I understand you're human, and I'm gonna just love myself and love life in general in order to allow me to keep moving forward with more love, positivity, just keep ascending with that. Make sense?
Yeah. So this is what the Instagram bio is all about. Lead with love.
Lead with love, honestly.
Ahava
And
ba.
positive. Ahava.
Ahava ba. Love is coming. Yeah.
Cute, yeah.
Yeah. A little Hebrew right there. I'm working on my Hebrew, baby.
You're getting it.
Yeah. So that's so that's 2. Third, I would say, this is so random, and we are drinking on the new year, enjoying some wine, but
oh, excuse me, I just burped in the mic.
you don't need alcohol to have fun. And I did the Hard 75. I'm going to do it again at the top of the year, but it was like alcohol, so many problems have happened with alcohol just in general. Like, if you ever think of a bad time in your life, something happened, alcohol was probably involved. And so maybe a time you embarrassed yourself, sometime you fought with a friend, family member, got a DUI. You don't need alcohol to have fun. And I was on my 28th birthday just drinking not vodka soda, drinking fucking soda water and like orange slice.
Yeah.
And it's you could be social and have fun without alcohol, and that just leads to like, better health overall, better sleep. Yeah, that's the third one. What's the next one? Look at the notes. We did not come prepared for this episode at all. We didn't look, but this is just spur of the moment. We're trying to be more consistent with the podcast, so bear with us.
It's so cold in here.
Yeah, bear with us. I told her to wear a sweater. I don't know why she doesn't listen to me, but all right, fourth one.
Change through inspiration, don't change through control. When you change through inspiration, that's coming from within. So you have a better positive experience and outcome to the situation. It's coming from a decision that you're making for yourself.
Don't change through control of somebody else trying to control and change.
When you're changing through control, you're changing because you feel like you have to, because you have to meet outside expectations, or you feel like you have to. Yeah, a lot of times when we change through control, we're changing because we feel like we have to make the outside world happy. And it never becomes settled within. So when you change through inspiration, you become that thing. You become what you really believe in. I just threw that one in there.
No ideas. This is the fifth one overall. No ideas get done by talking about it. Action needs to happen. So like this podcast, we had this great idea to start a podcast, to focus on the business, and you constantly like game plan, write notes down about things you want to do and what steps need to be done. But if it's just on paper and you never fucking do it, what's the point, So nothing gets done unless you actually get your ass up and go fucking do it in real life. Set up the cameras, set up the microphone, go to the gym, go meal prep, rebuild that relationship. Don't just say, oh, I want to reconnect with this person. Like, go out there and actually fucking do it. Yeah.
Create that habit.
Let's talk, more action.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm shaking.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
I'm so cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Others can want the best for you, but only you know the best for you. So people who love you and care for you can be giving you their opinion and saying this is what they think is the best for you.
It's subjective.
Yes, but at the end of the day, you know what's best for you.
Yeah. People say you shouldn't do this, you should do that.
Bedros Keuilian literally talked about it on his podcast, saying that
Hormozy talked about it too. Like, like Bedros and Hormozy, a lot of people talk about it. Like,
a lot of really successful people, they talk about
other people's
this.
Expectations necessarily don't have to be your expectations. Hormozy said, people say, oh, you should only work this much throughout the day. Oh, you shouldn't work on the weekends. who's to tell you what you should do, like, and how you should live your life?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, babe.
Yeah, I agree.
So 100% people who love you and the closest to you, they could really want the best for you, but only you really know what the best for you is. And so sometimes we feel like, oh, because this person already made success, or this person already went on this path, or they're older than me, so they already have more experience. Yes, they could, but they're not living the life that you're living. And so you need to follow what you believe is right for you, even if you don't really know what that is. Start learning more about yourself so you know what that is.
All right, next one. Discipline and consistency is more important than motivation.
Discipline and consistency. Babe, we have the same note. We wrote the same thing.
Do we?
Yeah, I mean, we're
Well, then
with
we
each
could
other.
both talk about it.
We're with each other all the time. Like,
What do we mean by this? Like, okay, top of the year, we're all motivated, fresh start. Let's start these fitness goals. Let's start, achieving more at business. And then motivation somewhere down the line is going to fall apart. There's days we're going to feel unmotivated. And that's when discipline and consistency needs to kick in, because when you're consistent, there's no room for debate, no room for discussion. And I think discipline and consistency is a way more powerful tool than motivation will ever be.
yeah, motivation is like the blueprint, and
Motivation is like temporary and like instant adrenaline rush. Then consistency is like the marathon,
Exactly, the discipline and the consistency definitely. That's the part where it's like your muscles start to hurt while you're doing it, like you're doing your reps and you're trying to finish your reps, or you're doing your sets and you know it's hurting, but you know that last push is what's going to actually show you the real results.
It was you today at the home gym. That 8th rep, you're like, nah, fuck getting it.
I got up to 7. I was like, let's go. Let's go. We got it.
Get it.
Grow confident in the unknown. I mean, it speaks for itself. Just, it's hard to believe and be confident in something that you can't see, and things that you don't know the answer to, or you're in this in between. But it's about being confident in that unknown that will allow you to remember that everything will always fix itself.
Trust God's plan.
You just gotta trust.
Yeah.
I'm about to get to God later. Just wait.
Oh, that's the last one of mine too.
It's not the last. He's always number one. We spoke about God and he let us know he's here.
We spoke about God, and yeah, he just fucking showed up above me with this fire alarm. There's no smoke. There's nothing.
No, God is so good. God is so good. So present.
God, is that you? A fire alarm? God stays lit.
Your turn.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This kind of goes off of what you were saying about change from inspiration within. Don't change from others. Like
outside control.
Kind of piggybacking off that. Don't do something because you think other people, it's going to validate you to other people. Like it's going to make you look cool or look a certain way. Or I want to lose weight because I want people to think I'm like good looking, or I want to drop music because I want to appear like I'm somebody I'm not. We're living our own life. Like we're not living our life for others. We do what we want. And if you continuously set goals based on what you think other people want you to do, it's never going to be enough, because people are going to shoot you down, and you're always going to have like fear of judgment and things like that. So it's important just to be
Something I've definitely learned this year, piggybacking off what you said, is that the outside world is always changing. You're set in stone with yourself. That's life, baby. It's not that deep. I used to take things so serious, and everything was just a drama soap opera.
You used to?
Everything was a soap opera, and I've gotten a lot better.
This is another lesson. Eating too close to bed kills your gains, makes you feel like shit, spikes your insulin, messes up your sleep. Next day messes up your mental health. So be healthy. Don't eat super close to bed, and it's really important to get a good night's sleep. And that means cutting off food a couple hours before bed.
Those last couple of nights that we've been going to sleep earlier.
And not eating close to bed. Feel amazing.
Oh, make your hobbies a non-negotiable in your schedule. Life's moving so fast, but when you put your hobbies and the things that you love in your schedule and make it a non-negotiable, it ends up becoming part of your schedule, so you block out that time for those things that lift your heart and lift your soul and take you away from life that's always so stressful.
Next lesson is you can never talk to your family too much. That's something I learned this year. You don't know when the next time you're going to see them, what they're going through personally, the situations. You know, I'm out of contact with, you know, my little siblings right now, but, you know, it was crazy because we were talking about it right before it happened that I should be checking in on them more. And, yeah, just don't take for granted calling them and always check up on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about that with my grandmas.
Yeah.
I need to reach out to them more.
Do it.
I know that.
What's your next point, baby?
Leading off of what you just said, show your appreciation to the people you love. So I really love how we have an appreciation jar. So I would say in your relationship that you're in with your partner or whoever's in your life, never stop telling them how much you appreciate them, and even go ahead and write down certain things that they do that you appreciate, even the small things, you know. Our appreciation jar means so much because at the moment we get to write down things that we appreciate and then read it a week later or like
if we
5
are
days
arguing,
later.
it's nice to open that up and see that, you know.
We don't argue.
But if we are, like, if we're feeling a type of way or if we're just having a bad day ourselves, it's nice to open that up and see it. And yes, we do argue.
No, we don't.
Sometimes. Not lately, actually.
Knock on wood.
You've been good. The next one is to trust your partners. Easier than said than done, but, you know, assumptions and insecurities will be the death of your relationship. You'll put things out into the ether that don't exist, and you simply believing these things that are in your head that aren't there just make bigger problems, and sometimes the things that what you think actually manifest. So don't do that.
Even God rested after making the earth.
Shabbat shalom.
So find a day in the week or the weekend, or give yourself enough time to rejuvenate and rest, because that allows you to fill up yourself and your vessel to continue to create the success and continue to move forward with your life and build your earth. So even God rested, so you can rest too.
It's important to take those rest days. Very important.
I mean, it's a lot harder said than done, you know.
Come back stronger, come back more energized.
It also allows you to just reflect.
And you have more inspiration coming back.
Exactly.
I like that. No one can work on your business like you can. So don't rely on other people to fulfill something in your business that you want done. If you want it done, go fucking do it yourself or pay someone to do it. Don't just do it off words.
Continue to elevate yourself, and those around you will either do the same or continue on their own path.
What the F? Fitness, friends, family, frequencies. Fuck. You're not above anyone or anything is the next lesson I've learned. You're not too good for a particular job. I was doing fucking Lyft this year, bar backing, bartending. Fuck, I was hired to do this event at Chain, which was a whole weekend experience in Hollywood. And initially I was hired to bartend, and then I'm over here stamping fucking people's food passports with the fucking stamp. And at one point I was like, what am I doing? But you're not too good for anything or anybody. Yeah.
I like that. Life's always there to humble you.
Yeah, stay humble.
But that doesn't mean that you're any less.
Stay humble, but stay relentless. Give me 2. Tight ass jacket.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Streaming now. Awesome one.
Yeah.
I like that. Out of sight, out of mind.
Like if we want to take a creatine every day, you got to put it in your face. You got to take it. I mean, it's still in my face, but
and if a relationship is in your face constantly and you're putting yourself in an environment like maybe family members, you know, or whoever it is, a friendship, if they're bringing you down, put them out of sight, remove a little bit of contact, and out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind with anything. I used to be a personal assistant for this writer. His name is Neil Strauss. Great guy. It was so amazing to be able to get to know him one-on-one, and he taught me that, and it like always stuck with me. Like something that's out of sight is gonna be out of mind. So if you want to create that as a habit, you got to put it in your face.
I like that. The next lesson is a daily spiritual practice should take place to lead to more like stability and productivity and mental clarity. Whether it's 5 minutes of meditation, going on a walk and listening to podcasts, an audiobook, just meditate, be spiritual, whether it's praying or something. Like the other day you told me to say 5 things in the mirror that, you know,
that you love about yourself.
Like, you got that dog in you. No, but I think that's just really good, just to, you know, really count your blessings, and to it's so overwhelming, the world we live in. Because there's so much, I know there's so much out there that we could achieve, and when you don't get that instantly, it's frustrating sometimes. But you just, like we say, just trust in the process, trust the vision, and the spiritual practice will bring you back to center when you are feeling a little uneasy.
Yeah, I mean, if you know that you're going to end up in a place that you want to end up, if you're dreaming so hard for something and you're working so hard towards something, why be impatient if you know it's going to come to you? Yeah. You said it yourself. I mean, it's going to come. So educate yourself, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos. There's so much education out there. Constantly learn. Our brains deteriorate when you stop learning. So constantly learn. Like
me learning a new language, you getting your personal training certification. Keep growing. Don't take on too many tasks at once. Like, do something and finish it, but always be willing to learn more. But don't stop. Like, don't do one thing and then stop. For example, this podcast. Shot a couple episodes, stop for a bit. Let's not stop.
90% of
podcasts stop after the 8th episode. Exactly. Sometimes before the first episode. Yeah.
Let's be that 10%.
Let's go. The last one is nothing is possible without God. Yeah. Always put your faith in God. Always put your trust in Him. And what you want to receive is what you give. What you must give more of. So
give more of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
I love that. We just said that the other day.
I know.
I was telling him, I was like, if you ever see me giving you less of something, just give me more of what you want, so that it would inspire me to also give you more.
Shit, when she's rubbing my feet, cooking me dinner, doing my laundry, making the bed, I'm like, I must be doing something right. I must be really making her happy.
Yeah. I want to give you so much when you just like are giving me so
sometimes
much love.
I'm a little shithead and I'm like, why aren't you rubbing shea butter on my face? And she's like, you're being fucking sassy, like you're being a dickhead. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but if you want more of something, give more of that. If you want more love from someone, give more love. If you want more compliments, give more compliments.
True.
Create the environment that you want to live in, that you want to receive. Yeah.
That's 23. And
were you counting?
Yeah. This is 24. This is the last lesson that we have. So make it a good one, Ori.
Ready? Numerology is real.
A couple people have done my readings. I'm like, God damn,
They
you're
know
spot on.
everything. They can tell you past, present, and future. I mean, I would not want to. I don't suggest anybody to know about what's going to happen in their future, but it's real and it can really help you a lot. I mean, for example, on my birthday, I woke up and I felt stressed because I felt like I had to do all this stuff because I had all these expectations of what I thought I was supposed to be doing. And then when my grandma read my chart, she said, you're just supposed to be just like going with the flow today, and you're meant to help someone. So
we were at the Woodman, and a girl was going through it, and she was helping the girl through it. So she was giving back indirectly.
If you walk in the path of light and with purity, you're able to be led and see it in the third dimension. So yeah, numerology is real. Yeah, there's more than just what's in front of us.
I love that. Well, babe, it is now 10 p.m. and it's about to be New Year in 2 hours. So I think it's best that we wrap this up, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening to the 24 lessons that we learned in 2023 that we will continue bringing into 2024 with us
and expanding on.
And if you guys have any lessons yourself that you think that should be added or that you learned this year
and want to share,
comment, send us a message, and just keep the ball rolling in this new year. And we wish everybody success in the new year and happiness and more life. I'm excited to be back on this podcast.